Hi friends, welcome to Astro Intelligence. Today we are going to make this video in English language for the viewers who want that videos should be made in English, keeping in view the demand given by my viewers for English language. I am making this sample video for them. Today we will discuss and analyze basic questions of astrology. That is, first one is, who are asuras and who are devtas? And second is, which karmas are good and which karmas are bad? Friends, first we will take up the first question. Who are asuras and who are devtas? You are regularly reading these two words from ancient scriptures where regular mention of fighting of devas with asuras were there, but nobody knows who are the actual devas and who are the actual asuras. Friends, devas or dev is a Hindi word, and simultaneously asuras or asur is a Hindi word. Today we will analyze these two words taking help from Vedic ancient scriptures. Friends, you all know that when nothing was there in this universe, only energy prevailed. Energy was there. No animals, no human beings, no plants, no birds, nothing of the sort was there. Only energy prevailed everywhere. When God decided to create this universe, or you can say multiverse, first thing which happened in all the multiverse which was filled with energy, first thing to appear was a sound. Now even NASA has confirmed this, that the first primordial thing to happen on this multiverse is a sound, which was a very loud sound, loud thunder. And from that sound, everything start appearing. I am taking my conclusions from this very concept of Vedic scriptures, which also tell that first thing to appear on this multiverse was a loud sound from where everything originated. So friends, what do you understand by sound? Sound is simply when we speak, it becomes a sound. When two things collide, some sounds appear. And when some sounds are made or some collisions are made in a particular rhythmic fashion, it becomes a tone, which is known in Hindi as sur. You all know what is sur. You all are listening to Bollywood music, classical music. You all know what that sur means. There are 7 sur or 7 primordial sounds in music. Simultaneously, there is a basic primordial sound which is known as Om. Om is the basic primordial sound. And from this sound, everything appears or formed in this universe or multiverse. Friends, if these sounds are made in a particular rhythmic manner, we can call it a music. Or in other words, rhythmic sounds means a sur, a tone. That means who are angels, who are devtas? They are basically the primordial energy which exists in a particular rhythmic manner. And all rhythmic sounds are very pleasing to our ears. So, asuras are entirely different from this concept. Whenever these sounds are in disorderly manner or they are in antagonism to each other, only then these energies act against the basic primordial tone of this multiverse. And this energy is basically known as devilish energy, demonic energy. And this is what asuras are. Rhythmic energy giving a pleasant tone is a dev, is a angel. And disorderly music, disorderly tone, disorderly sound is a asur. So friends, now you can very well understand what does these two words mean: angels and demons. So friends, basically the basic of even these two energies is the same, because basic is energy. And energy is never bad. And throughout our life, even from our Vedic ancient scriptures, this thing is advised to us that we should make a unison. We should make a permanent balance between negative and positive energies. And this balance of negative and positive energies is basically a life, a good life. A good life means there are balance of energies. Friends, no doubt, no life can exist without positive and negative energies. But the fact of the fact is, negative energies coexist with positive energies, or in other words, positive energies coexist with negative energies. There has to be a certain balance between these positive and negative energies. So friends, every life is composed of angels and demons. Only thing what humans has to do is to strike a balance between these positive and negative forces or energies. So friends, nobody can say with authority that this demon or devil is a bad energy. This is simply a disorderly energy. And everybody can do this thing, that these energies can be transformed, these energies can be rechannelized for better result. And then these disorderly energies will become orderly energies by doing certain acts. What are those acts? Definitely, meditation is one act. Because by going deep inside us, we can transform these energies. We can convert these energies. We can reorient these energies. By this way, when we reorient these energies and bring them into an orderly fashion, making it a rhythmic tone, which is pleasant to each and every human being of this multiverse. So friends, how easy it is to understand what does the meaning of asuras and suras. Friends, they, in other words, we can also say this thing, that they are the two sides of a coin. If we take a coin, definitely there are two sides. We cannot claim that the positive side we will keep and we will throw away the negative side. Nobody can do this thing. And when we cannot do this act, we cannot separate the positive and the negative energies which are within us. So, how can we say that these devas are good or demons are bad? Because these two energies coexist. Only what we have to do, we have to strike a balance between these positive and negative energies. So friends, I think the first question you must have now analyzed and understood it properly. Now we will take up second question and analyze it with Vedic knowledge. Second question was, what are good karmas and what are bad karmas? Friends, I am regularly getting questions on this subject. Sir, please clarify what are good karmas. So now I am making this video on this subject. Friends, like devas and asuras are two sides of a coin, and they belong to the same primordial cosmic energy of the multiverse. That is, we can say, that is God. Simultaneously, all good karmas and bad karmas belong to that same energy level. Then now, how can we say this particular karma is a bad karma and a particular set of karmas are considered good karmas? Now we will take up this simple question. And the simple answer comes when Arjun asked Lord Krishna, Sir, please tell me what are good karmas and what are bad karmas. Now friends, I will remind the verses taken from Gita. And the advice given by Lord Krishna is that the action done by you with good intention is a good karma. And the action done with malefic intentions is a bad karma. So friends, karmas are karmas. Because you are born with a set of particular karmas to do particular set of actions in a life. But you have to do negative and positive things in your life. These actions, they teach us, they make us experienced. Bad karmas simultaneously, they also teach us. When we intentionally kill a mosquito, kill a fly, for the simple intention of getting pleasure out of it. And friends, you must have done this act when you were a child. Every child used to do these things, and he or she gets pleasure out of it. And sometimes even parents, they force their child to do such acts just to make them brave. So, how can you claim that every karma is a bad karma? Friends, when parents just force their child or children to do these kinds of acts, in simple words, we can say they are indulging into a bad karma. But when a child obeys his or her parents and does these acts, how can we say that this is a bad karma? But certainly, when we do a particular act with malefic intention, suppose, now take up the example, I am a doctor. I advise certain medicines to you. If I advise certain medicines with sole intention of getting commission or my referral fee from pharmaceutical companies, definitely it is a bad karma. But if I take my fee from my patient and advise him proper medication, that karma becomes a good karma. So now friends, now you will be able to differentiate between good and bad. Simultaneously, we astrologers also sometimes commit these kinds of things. When we predict certain malefic things in a chart and we advise remedies. If we advise remedies with the sole intention of making that native in a better state of mind, without any intention of getting any extra money or extracting any extra money from that effort, that becomes a good karma or a pious karma. But when we advise that you buy particular stones and from that we get certain amount, that becomes extra money to the astrologer, definitely that becomes a bad karma. Now friends, I will take another example. Some people say, sir, is taking alcohol or drinking is bad? Is eating non-veg things a bad thing? Friends, now we do say, our scripture says, our sages say that drinking alcohol is a bad thing. And we people are made to think like this only. But is it bad or is it actually bad? That is the question. Definitely when certain bad things happen in one's life, definitely he or she does the introspection. And from that introspection comes this thing, how much bad things he or she is doing. And the first thing which comes to his or her mind is that I am taking alcohol. Is it the root cause of my problem? Now friends, we will analyze this aspect. Now, simply deviating from this aspect, but with the same motive. I am a doctor. I advise certain sedatives, certain intoxicants to my patient for his or her betterment. Does it not amount to the same thing? Yes. Friends, taking medicine for betterment and making ourselves just sedative for getting pleasure or becoming drunk, definitely it is not a good intention or a good karma. But definitely friends, you should differentiate your intention your internal intention, and that is going to decide which karmas are good for you and which karmas are bad for you. Now we will take up vegetarian as well as non-vegetarian. Friends, you know that vegetarian, we Indians are vegetarians. We used to take vegetarian food. We hate non-vegetarian food. But is non-vegetarian food bad? Majority of the population of this earth, this planet earth, is non-vegetarian. Are all non-vegetarians bad? Or non-vegetarian food is the root cause of their problems in life? Friends, this is not the thing. But definitely, if we kill any animal with the sole purpose of getting pleasure from that killing and eating, that becomes a bad karma. But suppose you are in a jungle, or you are in a desert, or you are in a very adverse situation, and there is nothing except non-vegetarian things to eat. If you don't eat, definitely you will not survive. But if you eat for the survival of this body, that is not a bad karma at all. Friends, you should be having a mature mind. Your brain should be mature. Your brain should be able to differentiate between good or bad. So friends, I think with this topic, you must be able to understand or differentiate between what is good and what is bad. So never take unnecessary stress on your brain that this particular action of yours is the root cause of your problems in your life. Friends, this is my advice. Be mature, be strong, be firm in your beliefs, but everything should be done with a reasoning. We should not follow the dictates given by others. That dictates could have been better for his or herself, but not for everybody. So friends, clear these doubts. When these doubts are cleared, definitely you become a better person. You become a clear person. And what God, or that ultimate energy, demands from us, that our energies should be balanced energies. We should not deviate and spend our total life just analyzing this thing, that this thing is good and this thing is bad. Friends, never do this thing. Clear your doubts, and once your doubts are clear, just move on like this. And believe me, this is the best remedy. Now, the second and the ultimate best remedy for all the sins, for all the problems of your life. Friends, recite your basic sounds. These sounds are the primordial sounds which came with you during your birth. Now, I will give you the exact tip. Friends, everybody is born with a particular nakshatra. You should take just two nakshatras. First one is, that is your lag nakshatra. Second is, you should take up your moon nakshatra. Friend, there are primordial sounds or beej mantras associated with your lag nakshatra and with your moon nakshatra. Start reciting these basic primordial sounds. What will happen? What will these two primordial basic sounds will do for you? Friends, these sounds will activate and elevate the basic energy pattern of your soul. And once your energy pattern of the soul is activated, and by regular repeating of those sounds, it becomes activated and elevated. Once your basic energy is elevated, you become a better person. Then you are in a position to cope up all the difficulties that are gonna come to your life. Thank you very much, friends, for listening. This is my first video in English for my English viewers. Hope you will like this. And if you like this, please press the button like and give us comments that if you want these basic type of videos, definitely we will make these videos for you on a regular basis in future. Thank you very much.